Okay, we are ready for a round one, game one. We're on the draw here. I think this hand is kind of a sketchy keep. If we draw one black, we can Agoraphobia on his 2-drop, and then we can Bane Alley Broker on our 3, and then start looting into better stuff. Death's Approach is probably not going to be very effective, though, for a while, and in Rovahor we're fairly far away from casting. I think this is a mulligan. This hand is probably better. Because now we can cast a 2-drop, potentially trade it, use Death's Approach to kill something. Gift of Orzhov could be pretty good on our Death Cult Rogue. We do need to draw another black source, though. Ooh. Burning Tree Emissary. Well, alright. At least he didn't have a 1-drop. Okay, well, if we get one more land, then we can at least Death Cult Rogue, and, Hands of Binding will be good too. Assuming he doesn't have, like, Murder or something for it. Or, what am I talking about, Murder? Mugging. So here I'm going to just chump the... Well, actually, since he doesn't have any red, I'm going to chump the Disciple if he attacks with both. Which it looks like he's doing. Hopefully he doesn't have a trick. He doesn't, so that was pretty awesome. Alright, that's not a black, but at least we can cast Death Cult Rogue. Obviously not jumping here. So far he's stuck on green, so there's not really a lot of cards that can deal with Death Cult Rogue. Alright, well, I was really hoping to draw a black there, so I could have put Gift of Orzhov because then it would have been out of mugging range. I think I have to Hands of Binding now. I don't think I can afford to just take a bunch of damage off of this thing. Yeah, not drawing a land there was real bad, though. Yes, I would like to use Cypher. Okay, well, fingers crossed he doesn't have removal for this guy. That could be bad. If he has removal, I'm pretty sure he just slams it here, like no question. No. Okay, Miming Slime. Ooh, alright. So, now do I want to go all in? I could also play Corpse Blockade, but it doesn't really block very well. Yeah, I mean, it blocks pretty poorly, actually, because it can't block this. It can block the Burning Tree Emissary, so I'm only taking 4. Alternatively, if I Gift of Orzhov, I'm gaining 3. I might want to save Gift of Orzhov for another creature, though, like Denrovahor, perhaps. I guess I could also put Death's Approach on, like one of these, so it can't attack through Corpse Blockade. That is an option. He has 2 cards left in hand. I have to imagine, like, since he's playing Gruul, he'll have some sort of pump tricks. So putting Death's Approach on one of his guys to shrink it is maybe not the most effective thing. So yeah, I'd be taking 6, gaining 3. That doesn't seem very good for me. Alright, well, I think I will play the Corpse Blockade. It'll mitigate the Burning Tree Emissary at the very least. And we'll tap down his Ooze. And I guess, yeah, I guess we'll Death's Approach this just so it can't get in. Gift of Orzhov on Corpse Blockade is probably pretty bad. This way, at least if we draw removal for other stuff later, like this will eventually die. So I'm going to block the 3/2. Fingers crossed he doesn't have anything. Guess he doesn't. Okay. So I could play Undercity Informer here, and that would help me block. I could also put down Gift of Orzhov. I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to play the Undercity Informer. So I'll just attack again, tap down his 4/4. He seems like he doesn't have removal for my rogue, so I don't feel a huge amount of pressure to throw Gift of Orzhov on it. And we'll tap down the 4/4 again. And here we'll display the Undercity Informer. And here, like, what's nice is we can potentially chump the Burning Tree Emissary. We can block and maybe even sack it or something to give Death Touch if he has a trick. So I think we're in a much better position now. He can attack in with a Gargoyle, but I'm less worried about that. I could potentially put Gift of Orzhov on Undercity Informer and start getting in. I could also sack, like, if we block here, I could sack a creature and mill him and potentially get enough creatures down to kill his 3/2. Yeah, so he's just getting in with the Gargoyle. I'm fine taking 2 a turn for now. Alright, so I could play the Rat and then potentially sack it to maybe kill this, but alternatively I could Gift of Orzhov to start gaining some life. Getting kind of mana restricted here. I would be gaining 3 with this, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have removal. I'm pretty sure he would have killed this by now. So it's probably fairly safe to throw it down on the Informer and get in. And then next turn I can play the Rat. Bad thing then is if he draws a trick and he might be able to get through the Corpse Blockade and kill it. I could sack it in response though. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. This creates 2 threats, so if he gets 1 removal spell, we still have either the Hands of Binding or the Gift. Pretty scary that he could top deck like a Blood Rush card and be able to swing in for a lot. Alright, he is going to attack. So yeah, it looks like he's getting in. So I think we're just going to block. I guess we'll block the 3/2 just to prevent the most damage. Fortunately, if he has a trick, yeah, like, I mean, maybe it would be ideal to like block the 2/2 and then sack, and if we get 2 creatures and kill it, but I think that's fairly unlikely. Now we just have to get 1 creature if he had some sort of trick. Croconura, okay. Well, that might be able to block the Informer. Okay, land. I guess we'll play this in case he has some sort of combat trick or something. That way we can still use the ability. Looks like he's debating about jumping. Alright, so it looks like he has a trick. Aha. Well, I don't think I can do anything about that. At least I gain a life, and I trade with Croconura. And it kills his gargoyle. So that's actually probably fine for me. So the question is, do I want to... Actually, no, I don't want to mill him here just because this is going to die. And yeah, now we'll just tap down this thing. And now we're in a pretty reasonable spot because if we draw one land, we get to play Dinrovahor, which probably will just kill the ooze straight out. We still have our unblockable 2/2. Target creature blocks this turn if able. No. Alright, so he's killing our rogue. That stinks. Hopefully we draw a land. Alright, well, we got there. I'm going to attack in with the Gutter Skulk. So yeah, this, I mean, I don't know if he has like a trick in hand or something, but this could be quite the blowout because we're going to kill his ooze, and he's going to discard that last card in hand. Ooh, he got the Rebel Hulk we passed. That was probably a good card to force him to discard. Unfortunately, now we have no evasion, so if he just plays some huge creature, which, yeah, it looks like he just did that, we're kind of back to square one. So here we just pass. He can't, I mean, at least he can't attack into us. So it looks like we were passing directly to this guy, because he has the Ripscale Predator and the Rebel Hulk. It's pretty lucky, because if he didn't draw a creature there, he was basically just dead. Okay, I think we probably just do this. Even though he gains 5 life, he just loses 6 this turn. Okay, so he can now punt up lands, which is bad for us big time, considering how much land he has. Jeez. Alright, so the question is it worth attacking in with the Horror and the Skulk this turn? He can animate 1 land and that's it. So that would put him at 2 basically, because he wouldn't be able to block the Gutter Skulk unless he blocked it with his Guild Mage. Interesting. We don't have Shadow Slicer in deck, so we're not getting like magical damage out of nowhere, so I don't think getting him to 2 is very reasonable, so kind of cruddy, but I think we just have to pass. That was a really good top deck. So we'll just... Actually, so the question is here, we could take a hit for 4. He's still able to animate 1 land. I'm trying to think like what we could draw. If we draw like any piece of removal then, he might just lose. So I'm going to take the hit this turn. You know, like if we draw the X spell, the Black and X, I forget what it's called. Looter is okay. This will hopefully get us to an answer quickly, but it doesn't do anything now, and it gives him a chance to draw more cards. So next turn we could, if he animates a land again, the problem is he probably just has another land in hand. We'll see. Could either throw the 2/2 in front of it just to chump for a turn. We could also throw the Corpse Blockade and the Gutter Skulk in front of it and kill a land. I don't know if that really does anything, considering he can pump out like a good number of lands a turn here. If I was him, I might just go aggressive. Oh, okay. He's playing a 5/1. I don't know if I would have done that. I would have maybe just cracked in for 8. Okay. Okay, so discard this. I think now we just kill his Guild Mage. Right, like power X or less. He has 1 card in hand. He could have Pump theoretically, so we will pay as much mana as we can just to be safe. And I think like I'll probably play the Rat. So if he wants here, he can animate a land until end of turn, but I'll just pass Killing Glare. So yeah, we won't be able to attack this turn. But that's fine. Because now we have lethal again, unless he has another creature. Which apparently he does. Yep, he does. Alright, well, we're not in any immediate threat here just because we have our Corpse Blockade, so we can kill that, exile that, and here we'll just play our Fairy, and now he's dead in 2 turns to our Fairy. We also could just double block with the Gutter Skulk and Denrova Horror. Yeah, I think I would rather keep the Denrova Horror around, so I'm just going to block with the wall, and I'll give it Death Touch by sacking a Skulk. Got a text. Alright, so that kills his 7/6. Guess we'll just do this now. I don't know if it'll change anything. Nope. So we will bash in with our Fairy. Alright, so now he needs to draw an answer for this. He can't really attack us well because we can eat his Ivy Lane Denizen with our Horror and then block his Scorchwalker with our Skulk. Adaptive Snapjaw, I don't think that does it. Yeah, because we can still kill this with our Skulk. So I'm thinking he only has 1 card in hand. It's probably safe to just block with the Skulk here. I'm trying to think, like, are there any tricks that give trample? And even if there are, like, we're only taking 4 or 5 damage. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so we drew out of it eventually. So this guy has a lot of big creatures, so Rapid Hybridization might be coming in. Death's Approach seems pretty good still. The question is, like, Is rapid hybridization better? It might be. I guess Corpse Blockade is like less effective against him since he has a lot of things that can like kill it. Agoraphobia seems pretty good, so let's see. I like Hands of Binding. So he has Gruul Charm, so that's something to note. And the number of flyers we have are, I guess, like the Call of the Nightwing tokens. Basilicus Creature. So we need to be careful with Gift of the Orzhov in terms of having too many flyers on the board at any given time, and we have Spy as well. Is this power 2 or less? Yeah, power 2 or less. So like this is still pretty good against like his Guild Mage and stuff like that. Rapid hybridization might be nice just in case like he attacks in and like he has an unblockable creature and he just like blood rushes it for 1,000,000. So I think the instant speed value of that is probably worth flipping one of them. I don't know if it's worth flipping both or trading both out. So I'm going to do this and go to game.